What's going on, guys? Derek here from Wilson Audio Labs. Want to give a big shout out and thanks to EXOContralto for doing this collaboration with me here with the Rockville K9 subwoofers. So stay tuned here. You can see what I think, watch my video, and in the video description there's a link to EXO's video. You can see what he thinks. How did they do? Gotta stay tuned to find out. Oh no, what have we done?
You big dummy!
My name is Derek and I usually test amplifiers, but today we're going to test out a subwoofer. That's right, if you like these kind of things, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, today we're going to look at Rockville K9 subwoofers. That's right, I'm sure some of you heard of the brand, Rockville, rockvilleaudio.com. This is the house brand for audio savings out of New York, and audio savings have been around for a while. So they make quite a few different items there, but today we're going to look specifically at the K9 series subwoofers. We got a 10-inch, 12-inch, and a 15. Now, you guys might say, what about these K9 subs having issues? Well, EXO did a video about a year ago, has 946,000 views. Let's check it out.
Nice! There we go, 140.6. That is awesome, guys. For a freaking cheapo speako.
Unfortunately, it turns out the excitement turned quickly to despair. Let's see what EXO had to say.
But once music was brought into the equation for any extended period of time, she got real stinky and got real slinky.
Alright, so I never owned any of the version 1 of the K9s. These are actually the version 2. And the goal of my video here is to show these subs in prefabbed enclosures, because I wanted to do a video where you guys could actually see how much everything cost and possibly just go ahead and put this stuff together yourself. Each subwoofer has its own specs, TS data, 3-inch voice coil, really nice design, double stitch surround. These woofers just look like they cost a lot more than they do. And I was really impressed with how it looks. It actually looks like, and I'd hate to say this, but the Sundown SA series, those are kind of classic subwoofers. Has really nice terminals here for 8-gauge power wire. I do not like this 4,000 watts peak power though. Take it off there. Vented pole piece. Yeah, it's just a really nice looking line of subwoofers. Again, we got the 10, the 12, and the 15. All of them are the D2 models. And they even have drop-in recone kits. Turns out I might actually need that. You got to stay tuned to the end to find out why. First up, we'll take a look at the W10 K9 D2. And unfortunately, the box I got, it would not fit. The box I got is the HD 110 by Q Power. It has a 1-inch front and 3/4 inch all the way around. You can get the subwoofer and the box around $160 shipped. So check the video description below, and you can have links to go pick those up for yourself. Now, right now, the K9 subwoofers are out of stock, I think. So depending on when you're watching this video, they may or may not be in stock, and I apologize if they're not. But keep watching, I'm sure they will be refilled. So we used our trusty jigsaw there to enlarge the hole a little bit, and we also wanted to add another terminal this way that we could run each coil individually. That way, if we wanted to do 4 ohms or 1 ohm, we could do it that way with using both of the coils wired to the outside of the box. Here we'll check the resistance of each coil. You can see right over 2 ohms. Just what we expect. It's a D2. So next up, let's do the bench test. See how this joker sounds. Alright, so I know it's difficult to tell anything other than the excursion from these tests, and actually the wattage too, 887 watts. It handled the power like a boss. But I figured, hey, let's throw it in this Toyota Sequoia here in the very back. And the SPL newbie that I am, have no experience in this, so let's just try it out. I didn't even move the box around, didn't try anything optimal. Just so let's try it. Let's get the SSA APM2 meter on the dash, and then we have the app on the phone. Let's see what we get. Alright, let's try around 45 hertz with a K9 10-inch sub. Now let's try a little higher frequency. We'll try 55 hertz. Those who've never used the new pressure sensors versus the old school microphones at about 8 dB, so old school wise this is almost 140, slamming pretty good for a single 10 in a huge vehicle. Next up we're going to try the 12-inch model, the W12 K9 D2, and the special box that we picked out is another Q Power. This is a single 12-inch SPL box, $66. Add both of them up, $185 about for the sub and the box. Good deal. Now we did get a terminal from buddy Steve at Steve Mead Designs. We wanted to put this in, give us some more wiring options when we hook the sub up, and just much nicer than the terminal that came on the box. So I'd urge you to think about getting something like this for your box. Spend a little bit more money, do it the right way. So let's get it wired up and we will check it out a little more. Alright, so here's the Rockville K9 12. This is the W12 K9 D2. Dual 2-ohm coil. We changed out the terminal here, got us a nice SMD terminal. This is slot ported, 3/4 inch around all the sides, and the face of this is 1 inch. This is an SPL box. It is optimized for this sub. It's around 2.5 cubic feet. Let's try it out, see how it sounds with the K9 12-inch sub. Again, here we see the power of this sub handles and the flex. Yeah man, it just sounded really good. It took the power, kept on flexing. 1142 watts is what we hit here. So again, we open up the hatch of the Toyota Sequoia. So let's throw it back there. We used this DS18 amp, one that I tested recently that has 7,000 watts max on the outside. That's a big joke. But yeah, let's try it out and see how it does with the SSA meter. Try Bass Syndicate.
That frequency could damage your speakers.
Alright, we're still on the K9 12. Let's try slow down the bass. Now we're going to try a 40 hertz test tone with the Rockville K9 12. 40 hertz. So 136.43, a lot of people will see this and laugh, say that's nothing. Well, in a big SUV that's not been prepped with any sound deadening or anything, it's actually pretty good. It's loud to my ears. Next up, we'll check out the 15-inch model, the W15K9D2. We also got a Q Power Pre-Fab Box for this one as well, around $90 for the box shipped. That way we got both the subwoofer and the box around $220 shipped. Now we took the terminal out of this box. This is actually the one that we used in the 10-inch box earlier. You saw it when I drilled the extra hole. But again, we got some of these SMD terminals. These are really thick and they'll work perfect for this application. So let's get them mounted in the box, get the speaker mounted, and then let's thump it up. It's literally rattling the floor where the tripod is. That's why the camera's shaking. Sick!
1, 2.
Once again, let's use the back of the Sequoia. The 15 actually looks a lot better back here because it looks like it actually fits. Let's try a few songs and some test tones, see how it does.
Speakers.
Alright, it looks like we peaked at around 39 hertz, so I'm going to try 39 hertz from the app. I know it's hard to see that because of reflection. 39 hertz from ToneGen Pro. Let's see what we get. K9 15. Oh yeah, 138 dB, large SUV, $130 sub, that's what I'm talking about. Let's try the 12 and the 15 together, just for kicks. Alright, now we have the K9 15 and the K9 12. Never supposed to use two different size subs, but we're doing it anyway. Let's see what we get with music, with Bass Syndicate. Alright, we're going to try a 40 hertz test tone now with both of the Rockville K9s, 15 and the 12. Let's see what we get. Again, meter is up on the dash. Alright, K9 12 and K9 15. We're going to try with it in the kick panel down there. See if we can break 140. See what we got here. Yeah, boy! Alright, so I could lie and say that 150 dB was legit, but sorry, I put the meter into the port. I had to get a 150 though. That's my first 150. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't 50 yet, but I got my first 150. And I also did a picture for Car Audio Fails. I hope they use this on Instagram. My favorite picture here. Let's see what all three can do. All right, we have all the Rockville K9 subs, the 10, the 12, and the 15 in the back. We've got the meter there in the passenger kick panel. Let's see what we get with all three subs at 40 hertz. Alright, so I stepped a little bit outside of my comfort zone here and did some SPL tests for you guys. I really enjoyed testing these K9 subs. Didn't have any issues. I really like the 10-inch model. I think it would work for probably 95% of the people out there who just want some extra bass in their car. Give it around 1,000 watts and you'll be happy. So yeah, overall, these did really well. There is something though, if you stick around to the very end, that you might want to see.
You know how them sound waves go?
Thanks to my Patreon supporters, patreon.com/oldschoolstereo. You guys, all of you for watching, commenting, liking. Big shout out to you. And a special thanks goes to Jay, Marcus, Jesus Tires, SoundstreamRegistry.com. Alright guys, so there you have my video of the Rockville K9 subwoofers, the 10-inch, 12-inch, and 15-inch. We tested all three of them. We showed you the flex on the bench. We threw them in the big SUV. We showed you how much power they handled. And if you stay tuned to the very end, you might see one of them go up in smoke. So make sure you watch. Thanks to EXO for doing the collaboration here with me. Make sure you check the video description and watch his video if you haven't watched it already. His video is epic. Epic. I just can't even tell you how epic it is if you haven't seen it. Make sure you watch it. Our videos together are almost as long as a full feature. Almost as long as a full-length feature film. But much better because you're watching us because we know how you feel. But no, seriously, we guys know how much you spend your hard-earned money on stuff like this. I bought a 10, a 12, and a 15 with my money. I know EXO did the same. Rockville did send me another 12. I'm actually going to give that one away. Just leave a comment below. If you have a clean comment, I'll just put them all together and do a drawing and somebody will win the sub, and I'll probably just buy you a new one so I don't have to package this one up and ship it. That way you can get one directly from Rockville. But yeah, that'll be neat. So again, thanks EXO for the collab. Hopefully we can do more in the future. Until next time, you know where Big D is. I'm out of here. Before we throw you some extra footage, make sure you check us out, 12V Talk, youtube.com/12V Talk. Also, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, and more. Me and Hi-Fi Vega do a weekly show Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Check us out. Let's feel some more bass. All right, so here we have the Rockville K9 12-inch sub in this SPL box, which is optimal for the sub. And it's tuned to about 37 hertz. So what we're going to do is we're going to run some various power levels through this speaker here and find out how much power it can actually handle before it goes up in smoke. And this is one of the most powerful amplifiers I have available here for testing, the Orion HCCA 3000.1 DSPLX. I've got 4-gauge power wire. It's the first time I've ever really used 4-gauge power wire going into the box here, and I actually switched out the terminal here with this SMD terminal, which makes it really easy to redo the wiring. Very nice, and you can actually use huge, obviously 4-gauge if you need to, wiring. But anyway, I'm gonna have a couple cameras set up. We're gonna try to keep it running. I've got a little stopwatch here. We're gonna see how long it can handle maybe 500 watts, and then see how long it can handle 750 and then 1,000, and then we're just gonna crank it up. So let's see what it can handle. This is the Rockville W12 K9 D2. This is the V2 series. This is the newer versions that supposedly they fixed the problem with the glue. So we'll find out. Let's see what it does. All right, we've started up the start watch. Let's go to around 500 watts. Alright, so that was right at 2 minutes, and starting to smell a little bit of smells. Yeah, starting to feel a little bit of warmth there on the coil, and the power supply is trying to run, keeping the amp charged up. So the 1000 watt test I'm going to do next, I'm not going to be able to run it as long, maybe 30 or 40 seconds, because it's really going to drain all my 8 batteries down. This amplifier is me pulling quite a bit of current, but anyway, let's try 1000 watts next, see what it does. All right, so here is the W12 K9 V2 manual. You can see right here, CEA rate is 1000 watts. This is the D2 model, and the recommended vented enclosure is 1.8 to 2.75. This is about a 2.6 cubic foot enclosure. So yeah, let's try that 1000 watts next. See if we can handle it for about a minute. All right, here we go, 1000 watts. Let's see what it does. See if we can handle that CE rated load for about a minute. Here we go, let's power it up. All right, that was about a minute. I'm seeing some smoke coming out of the port over there. You guys see that? Seeing some smoke. I think we may have let out the magic dust. She's warm. She's stinky. Woo! We're gonna stink up my lab here. Magic smoke. But the woofer hasn't stopped yet. It's just smoking. Like it's like, yo, it's too hot in here, man. Let me chill out for a minute. Now we did run that for over a minute, continuous, and you saw the numbers there. It was hard for me to keep it right at 1000 watts because my voltage was dropping with my batteries over here being charged. Kept it as close as I could, but I think we kind of cooked it because I'm still seeing smoke coming out. And it's raining like a big dog outside, so I can't really vent my lab here to give me some fresh air, but I might have to anyway. So, interesting. It handled it for about a minute and started smoking. Let's, I'm gonna give it a couple minutes to cool down, and then let's try it until it blows up. What do you say? Until it just completely stops and the smoke continues to come. Let's try that. All right, so the speaker is already somewhat blown, if you will. But yeah, we're just gonna see how much power it can take before the magic smoke continues to come out and doesn't stop. Let's check out the power here. Ooh, it's smelling already. Go. She's dead. Wow. Woo, stinky. There you can see the magic smoke has arisen. You saw it was over 2000 watts. Of course, it was this is a test tone, guys. So the best thing to realize is that this is not what you should expect for normal music. That was continuous. We're gonna have to yep, let this air out a little bit, but there you go. She handled almost 3000 watts, and actually the amp started clipping before it maxed out, it looked like. So we have it almost apart here. Let's pull it out, see what's still holding it. There we go. Let's see, copper coil there. She's completely done. All right, guys, so our biggest takeaway here, mine and EXO's together, is The CEA rating on these speakers is a little bit high. I would do about 80% of that rating if you like bass heavy music with long tones, just to be safe, but the speakers do sound good. Put out some good sound quality. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to check out my channel. I have hundreds of videos on subwoofers, amplifiers, and more. Thanks as always, you guys, for watching.